I was walking through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my mom told me not to go, but I
Okay.
wanted to go. I wanted to just, go away from the herd and all of that.
Okay.
And then I saw this field, and I went there. Out of
Huh?
nowhere, he appears, and I didn't know what to do because I was scared for my life, and all I could do was in that moment was to dance, and I started dancing and dancing, and
Dancing.
he just stood there and watched me.
Yeah.
And like I knew that if I hadn't done that, like I didn't know what to do in that moment, and if I
And
hadn't
your
done it,
whole life, people told you not to
they always
dance.
told me not to dance. And don't tell me not to dance, Dad. But it's like they always told me not to. And this is all I've ever done my whole life, and this is all I knew how to do. And then he was just standing there and looking at me, and then I knew in the back of my head if I stopped, that would be it. Like it would kill me. So I just kept doing it, and then like I got so tired, and eventually he got bored and left. But I was so like, oh,
Do you think
it's
he
so
got
hard.
bored, or do you think he spared you?
You're right.
Should we start recording?
Okay, let's do that. So hi. How was your? Oh
Sure.
well, you know how they say that thing
Oh,
of
what
like,
thing? What thing? Someone tell me.
well, like the whole step on a crack, break your mom's back thing.
Oh, well, I'm gonna interrupt you there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the things, the topics, the nouns
Yeah, yeah.
that we talk about, I just burped,
Mm-hmm.
that we talk about, even
Yeah.
my burp,
Even your burp.
so iconic
Mm-hmm.
that we skip those cracks.
Yes. Oh my God, you're so right.
I burped again.
You burped again. I
Yeah.
took my little condom off the mic. I don't know why. It just feels weird. I like it more when I
I think I
feel
could
the
pop
metal.
my peas
Yeah.
with this, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We're we're not getting viewers anyways. We're just doing this.
No, it's fun. I like it.
It's fun, and I,
Mine of like getting viewers would be like after I get like a camera, then I would try to get viewers. I don't know. For
okay.
me, that for me is like a breaking point. This is more like a diary
No,
type
for
thing.
me, it's like you gotta be in love with my voice.
You have
We
to
have
love.
a guy at work.
Pick me, choose me, love me.
Absolutely. We have a guy at work. His voice is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Well, a lot of people said that they love your voice. Like you have like a
Yeah,
radio
like a
voice.
radio voice, but I think they hear it and they're like, oh, it's pleasant to listen to.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like, oh my God, I'm in love with this guy's
yeah, yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I can accept that my voice sounds for the radio
Yeah,
because for my life I wanted to act
yeah,
and I did a lot of like, I know because you know that I talk very differently when I just talk to you.
yeah.
I mean, I talk to the mic the way I talk to you like at 3 a.m. where I'm like, and I don't know, I just think he never loved me.
Yeah.
um,
Those are fun.
but no, there's a guy at work and his voice is, and he went like, oh, I think,
Ethereal.
and
That's my word of the week, by the way.
and I went like, oh, your voice is amazing, and he was like, oh, sometimes I think it's too deep, and I'm like, no, you will have luck with women,
Hmm.
which is my favorite way of being like, hey, I would let you split me in two.
Yes.
That's the thing.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
Um.
So we didn't do a episode on Saturday because we had a lot of things to do,
Yeah. It was.
and
My boyfriend came back.
yeah,
That happened.
we're also gonna have to like pause for like 2 weeks until I get back because
Yeah.
I'm going back to the motherland.
Hope you all don't miss us too much.
Yeah, I
Um.
mean, don't cry for me, Argentina. Argentina.
Yeah. I love that. Like the highlight of my week is like I got Bob's Burger stickers.
And we exchanged them like fourth grader.
It's so fun.
I now have a picture of Tina on my laptop thinking about butts.
But
And that was, I saw that one and I was like, Selma, if you want to get this one, I'm fine with that. It will just have to be, I'm fine with that. It will just have to be over my dead body. That's the only way you could get it.
Um, no, I love that one too, but like I know you want it more because
And it's
you
more
put it
me.
perfectly because you're like you don't have the appreciations of butts as much as me and Tina do.
Me and Tina.
Yes. Um, no, I have fun, and I literally like I just spent like time of like I'm gonna arrange them so they tell a story, and then there's like one of Louise like swinging a bat, and like Bob is looking at her like whoa, and like shit like that. And it's I want to get into stickers.
I no, I want to, like I told you, my laptop is gonna be like covered
Yeah,
in stickers.
we just don't have anywhere to put them anymore because
The
everything's covered.
the opening of the like airflow for the laptop, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like sticker there.
Sticker there. Maybe we can
um.
do like an album.
Oh, we
Because
could.
we had like an album, like when I was in. I had the best one. I cannot fucking find it. I want to kill myself.
I had a Milan one
I had
and a
like in
Lilo
middle
and
school,
Stitch
we
one.
would like girls would like go around the table and we would like show each other the stickers we got, and it was like a whole thing. I had like a full on like book, like thick
Yeah, like an album.
covers type shit, like full on album, and they were covered in like Vince and Bratz and like all the like
Uh,
Barbie shit. And, oh, I loved it so much.
my sister loved this one show, and I thought my sister was so much better than all of you because she liked this one show. It
Okay.
was called Witch, but it's like
Okay.
W.I.T.C.H, and it's first of all they gave me body dysmorphia. They have an ab line, and I
Oh.
always wanted to be so skinny that I have an ab line.
So
But it's
ribs.
what?
So ribs. Like the
No, but they
in
didn't
between.
have ribs. They just have an ab line.
Okay.
It's like their belly button is like really long.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Um, and then I had that once when I was doing Just Dance for like a long while. It was funny because I was still kind of chubby, like there was still me, but like
Yeah.
just the line. It was fun, but no, and it's like their names are like I don't know, Walma, Irma, so it's
Oh, yeah.
WITCH, so they're all
Yeah.
witches and shit like that.
Oh,
And my
that's fun.
sister was obsessed with that, and she had like a book about it. But hey, baby, um, my sister collected napkins.
But that's fun. I never got into that, but
Because there was like different like napkins. There
yeah,
was
you
like, and
had
she
like.
had like Diddle. Diddle was a big obsession
Mhm,
here in Europe.
mhm.
Do you know about Diddle?
No.
It's like a mouse with big ears, and it's
Oh.
not Mickey Mouse. It's more girly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's Diddle and Diddlina,
Oh.
and my mom will always tell the story. She bought it in Germany.
Yeah.
My sister was born in Germany originally when they were escaping butt fuck nowhere because we had that big war in the 90s.
Yeah. This might happen again. Hey, things
Hey,
are cooking up.
things are cooking up.
So we'll
Sadly,
see.
not popcorn. Those are my socks, by the way.
Yeah.
Um,
What's yours? What's mine at this point?
absolutely. Till death do us part, baby.
Just like-
Um, and my mom brought my sister to like my sister at the beginning was a very boisterous girl, and then I came along, and my mom and in my mom's words, she was like, and then she just shut up because you were always talking.
That's sad. I feel bad for her. Maybe that's why she doesn't have a personality.
Oh, maybe. But she went to like a toy store,
Mhm,
and my mom saw the like teddy bear from Mr. Bean,
mhm.
and she was like, "I'm gonna let my daughter choose," but she was like, get this
Yeah.
one," you know. And my sister saw the like little mouse of the
Mhm.
Diddlina, and she just wanted that, and she took it and wouldn't let go of it.
Aw.
And to this day, I think she had it, and I think I cut off her underwear.
For what?
I don't
For because why?
for because why? For because there's just an energy when you're a younger brother that
Mhm.
makes you want to destroy.
Okay. I
One
guess
time
so.
we had a poster of Selena Gomez.
I'm gonna tell you a fun fact about me. I
About
don't know
you
if I ever told you this. I probably have because it's one of the
that
like.
you had a Severina diary. You told me that
That's
many times.
another thing that I did, but that's not the thing I was gonna talk about. Um, I had like a Severina poster.
Mm-hmm. Would
It
you
was
pray to it?
no weirder.
Kiss
Okay,
it?
guess. No. Let's throw some at
Masturbate
me.
to it.
No.
Okay. Kiss it.
No.
Lick it.
No. I ate it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Oh, fucking ate, and it wasn't even like it was like something I took out of fucking random newspaper
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
have on my wall, and I just like, and it's probably like been touched by millions, and like just died, just paper. I don't know,
Yeah.
and I just did it to prove a point because somebody was like, I don't remember what it was. It's
I
just like,
think you told me the story of that you said, "Yeah, I eat paper." And somebody was like, "No, you don't."
no, it was a thing to prove my devotion.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it, like, and I literally like
The young brain.
yeah, and I'm like, I literally eat this poster right now. And they were like, do it, and then I did it.
The young brain.
Like, it was my idea. Nobody challenged it. They were so like, yeah, like whatever. And I was like, this is how much I appreciate this woman.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't care.
I don't give
I'm
a shit.
being
I'll do
yeah,
it.
this is normal for me.
And it's
What a
I do
Thursday.
this. What? It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Fun lore.
We had a Selena Gomez poster, and I just sprayed like um mouth medicine in her mouth.
Selena's mouth.
Selena Gomez's mouth.
Why? She was just
Just because I had the urge to destroy.
okay.
There's this urge to destroy
There
in
is.
Little Brothers
Mhm.
that you just want to see something organized
And then
and
just
you want to ruin
hear
it.
it. Yeah.
And I want to go back in time and tell my sister, "Hey, I'm sorry," because like, why the fuck did I rip up your
Yeah.
did Lena's underwear?
My weird thing from and I told you about
You know
this.
why I did the underwear?
Huh?
Because I knew that I couldn't cut off the tail. Because that's when I would die.
The tail?
So the mouse has the tail, and it's like a big plushy
The
animated tail.
underwear of the toy. I thought
Yeah,
you cut up her underwear.
my sister's. Oh fuck!
Randomly
I
just
would
go in and
never
cut
admit
up.
to that on national television. That's a sign of a psychopath.
That's how I was like, what the
You were
for
not.
because
You
why?
were not confused enough. You were not outraged enough. No, no, no. The mouse.
So like
The
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 line.
mouse of the
Okay,
toy
okay,
instead of
okay.
her underwear. Because if I cut off her tail, then I would be fucking.
Okay, okay.
At it.
Noted. I don't know. I had this weird moment. I don't know where it came from. If there's ever any psychologist watching this, please tell me.
Okay.
Fully have a therapist. Never told her that. To ask as to why or where it came from. I used once. It happened once.
Hmm.
I was well. First, I wanted to see if I could pee in a cup as a girl.
Sure. That's a
So then
normal.
I did it, and I peed in a cup. It went everywhere. And then I just threw the cup off my balcony to another person's like roof.
Uh-huh.
I just, you know,
Was it full?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay, I was done with that, right? So I'm like, what else can I do
Is
that's
this the
like fun?
story where you took the glass of water constantly and went to the main part of the
That
living
was my
room?
like, I need to shower, so I'll do this instead. I would take a huge glass of water and I would go into the living room. If I did this in the kitchen, it wouldn't make sense, but it would
It
make
wouldn't make
more sense
sense. It
than
would
what I
make
did.
more sense as like I'm taking this and I'm
Yeah, and just go like
yeah.
tap water is out, and I'm just like, no, I would fill up a glass, go into the living room, stand in front of a TV, watch the show, probably 2.5 minutes, some shit, I don't know, and then I would just pour it on myself, and then go back to the kitchen, pour another one, pour it. There was a flood on fucking what are they called? Lamina,
Yeah, floor.
like
Hardwood floor.
floorboards, like filled with water, and they like went up. And I mean,
That's
to
the
this
thing.
day,
As kids, there's this exploration of the world that's not noticed anywhere else,
yeah,
and you just do these things. And when your parents ask you why, there's that thing of John Mulaney.
mhm.
People ask you, "Why are you doing that?" But what they mean is, "Stop."
Yeah,
And because as a kid, you never stop to think why.
mhm.
One time, I was just banging my head against the wall. And nowadays, I do that in a panic attack.
Yeah,
Back then, I was just bored and I started banging. And my mom was like, "What are you doing?" And my answer was nothing.
yeah, I'm just
I,
chilling.
I just went back
Really
to bed. You know, I'm just because you're a child, you're exploring the world.
Yeah,
It's also magnificent,
yeah.
but also
The
nothing.
feeling was, I know I used it already, ethereal. I'm
Cereal.
telling you.
Okay, so how was your week other than
Um,
Bob's Burger?
it was fine. Really want to talk about last night in a deeper sense.
You want to talk about last night in
Yes,
2%?
because
Let me go first
okay, you do that.
because I think I have less to talk about.
Okay.
But like, I'm going to Sarajevo soon, so that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna see all my mates from work. Um, I slept how long yesterday?
About at least 16 hours.
So
Because you were
I
gone
fell
for
asleep.
7 when I was like last seen 7 hours ago
Yeah.
on
So
Instagram.
I fell asleep at 6, I think 6 or 7, and then I woke up at 5 a.m.
Hmm.
for because I had to wake up, but then I realized I still don't have to work.
Yeah,
So I fell back asleep until 9:30 when I
yeah,
had to work. So like 9:20 is when my shift.
yeah.
9:30 is when my shift starts. 9:20 is when I wake up to get to my home office to start my shift.
To get up, to get ready, to move.
So let's say that it was from 6. It's a full 12 hours,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15 and a half.
Was I not close?
You were
Oh my
amazing.
god, I'm a
And
witch.
I slept
Oh
so
my god,
much.
he does this all the time. It's so our dog. Sorry, to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Like he'll
Go ahead.
go and like his balls for 5
Like
minutes at
every
least.
parking spot. Every
Yeah, but like
orifice.
he'll go and like licking himself like in very intensely and like for at least 5 minutes, like wouldn't catch a breath, and then he'll get up and go like
Yeah.
until he like It's hilarious.
Another thing I
Yes, it
did
is.
this week, I shaved our dog and it looks horrendous. I feel really bad for it. So we got this shaver thing, and I'm used to my hair shaver.
Uh-huh.
So when I have my extensions, I
Yeah.
go and I see the change.
Yes.
I did not realize how much tougher
Yeah.
dog's fur is.
And also, I think it's because there's a lot of hair, so it cuts some of
Yeah,
it,
that's
and
what
then
I
you don't
mean.
see it.
And then I didn't see it, so I did like, okay, let's do it without just to see if this cuts. And then I cut like a big bald spot, and then instead of going like, oh, I should stop here, I just
That's my.
started I just started doing the whole body like
No, that's the thing. We and Amal talked about it, and I was so like, I know him, and I know that you always double down.
I will always.
Forever double, because it was such a like, why did, because I was like, why didn't he stop? Like, he saw the skin, why didn't he just stop? Like, this isn't like a whoop thing, oopsie. And I'm like, I know him so well, like this fucking shelf thing, like the wall was too hard to like break through it. Instead of just stopping, he made 16 different holes until it was eventually done. You succeed sometimes you fail.
Sometimes
This was a failure.
I needed more time. I said right then I needed more time. I would have done like a wraparound. It would look better than it would still look horrendous.
Yes.
Still look horrendous, mama.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he looks like a balding man now, and we put our a hoodie on him, and it's good because I'm gonna be away for 2 weeks, so I don't have to look at my failure for those 2 weeks.
Yeah, whenever there's something that like they're not perfect, like perfect instantly, and you'll never admit defeat. You'll never be like, oh, like you'll just like, I have to do that. Like,
I'm gonna say I admit it. I admit that I made a mistake. That's that. I
No,
that,
no, no. But
that's
like you'll just double down. Like it's always like I have to do it. You
I
know?
will double down, not in a way of like I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like I did, and
You have to fix it. Yeah.
I fixed. And I would have left his paws, his tail, and his head.
Yeah. Would look like one of those ugly poodles though. You know the people who
It's
got the
better than
poodles.
this.
Well, it'll grow. We have a fun little shirt for him. It says
Oh, little boss.
"Little Boss" and it's cute. It's fine.
Yeah. No, so I did that. So I was really depressed, and a colleague from work asked me like, "Hey, are you okay? Like you seem down." And I was like, I got really depressed because I cut my dog's hair.
I really genuinely thought you were kidding when you said you cried.
I cried.
I know.
I shed tears. I shed tears.
I saw it and I was like, God, it looks like a careless cat, and like no tea, like no shade, all lemonade. If you like careless cats, good on you. For me, it looks like a diseased
No,
something.
I love touching the skin now.
Like and now I'm like good with it because when I first touched him, I was still like, ew. But then like my love for him preceded that, so it's
Yeah.
fine. Overexceeded.
Exceeded.
Exceeded. Thank you. Um, no, but now it's just funny. I took a Polaroid of it just to have it forever
Yeah.
in my memory.
No, I like touching it and everything, but eventually I just came home and I slept for so long.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my week. What else happened this week? I can't wait to get my paycheck. It's gonna be a big paycheck. I'm gonna spend it on a lot of Legos.
We're both getting money to
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm buying myself. I don't know how much I'll give you because I want to spend a lot of it inside Ava.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna get the projector. She started cracking her neck, and I'm like, no, stop! I'll give it.
Don't beat me,
But no,
jeez.
because I'm gonna get the new projector. So
Yeah.
we're
It's like
kind of
evens
even.
it out. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting a lot of Legos, a lot of projectors. Gonna save a lot of money to buy a lot of food in
Yeah.
Sarajevo. I have to go get burek iz pizzacha.
Okay.
Oh my
those are
god,
fun.
that's the best thing ever, and they serve it on metal plates.
I'm done with work stuff.
You can get us in ones.
Yeah.
But no, I cannot
Just
wait.
ruined my whole day.
I cannot. Garlic ruins your whole day. For me, the day is not started until you had garlic. You should see my bedside table. It's just
Garlic. It's like, are you afraid of vampires? No.
No.
See, you'd be great in the vampire uprising.
My mom hates like garlic and makes her like insides.
That's the thing.
And that's the thing. My mom looks insanely young,
Mm-hmm.
and she hates garlic.
Ooh, that is
Does my mom
suspect.
look young for her
She
age?
does. Yeah.
You know what I think it is?
She looks so young that I'm almost not attracted to her.
You know what I think it is? That she
What?
doesn't care about what age she looks.
Yeah, she just carries herself in like.
She has a lot of gray hair, like at the
Yeah.
bottom of it,
I
and
love
she
to
never
see
dyes it.
Yeah.
She never dyes it.
I just take it off to see he's.
Yeah,
he's hot.
take off the.
You talk. I'll
No,
put the mic
we
down.
can both do it. Don't worry. Hey, baby, give me your paw. Baby, baby, please. We're taking off our dog's hoodie.
Yeah, because
We're-
you might be hot in it. And it's
And he looks ugly now.
It's
He
ugly.
looks horrendous. He looks like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. Exactly like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family.
He's just so off. But I did see his little spots I never saw before, and that's cute.
That's cute. It's a lucky little incident.
Yes.
Okay, but no, we had a lot of things to do this week. We got Amber her first Lego, and she had your exact same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So she knew that there was a manual,
Yeah.
but she didn't realize that it does a picture of every part that she
Yeah, like this is what
You
you have
thought-
to do.
yeah. She thought she just saw the picture and she was like, "Oh, these parts are missing."
Yeah.
She texts me at like 11. She goes like, "John, you're gonna have to build this for me. There's too many parts." And I'm like, "I'm not. It's all labeled."
Yeah,
She
you're
was like,
just looking.
"Oh, okay."
She did it. Love.
Yeah. And then she texts me like a few hours later saying like, "I need more Lego."
That's the thing. It's so like I get it because I was so like, why is a grown ass man? Not you. You're into like
Nerd stuff.
nerd stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Why are
there's so
adult
many.
people into like the plants and shit? Because like you see Lego and you think that it's for nerds. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
You see Lego and you think Star Wars
yeah.
instantly.
That's the thing. But I'm like, there's no. But I'm saying like there are just adult people with like lawyer type jobs who have no other like nerd qualities, other than being very much obsessed with Lego. And I'm like, I don't get like the
There's
connection.
There's
But
this
it's so good. It's so like
there's this one video, and I'm gonna mention it, and I'm going to stop talking about it, and we will continue to another subject
okay.
because I cannot talk about this for so long. And I will send you the video. You will watch it. You will cry. A man had a basement full of Lego. So
Okay.
my ideal like Lego, everything's Lego, shit like that. Somebody broke in, took it all, and destroyed it.
Oh God.
Not
Why?
just like took the pieces, some of it destroyed. The video of the man walking in, his voice, it's like his children died.
Yeah.
I kid you not. Me and Anis watched it. We both cried.
Yeah.
We are both autistic men who do not show emotions.
Yes, especially to each other.
We cried our
Yeah.
we hugged. We were like those monkeys when that like fake monkey.
Yeah.
They thought.
Ooh, that's gonna be my mother of the week. I have a story about monkeys. Go on.
Okay. There was a Kim Possible episode about monkeys today that I watched.
Okay.
Speaking of, I'm watching. I watched a lot of Batman. Read a lot of Batman. You'll hear about that later.
Okay.
But I also started watching the new Scooby Doo shows. And that reminded me of what I wanted to talk about on this goddamn podcast.
What did you want to say?
I wanted to talk about one of my family friends who keeps posting pictures of like he will post something and just write woke. And then I posted this story of like
No, but they didn't dare to call us snowflakes.
yeah.
Why are you offended by Scooby Doo kids?
No, but he didn't do.
But you know what I mean,
It
like
started the conversation where I posted this story of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles saying like, "I'm so glad I grew up with this," and then the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going, "And not this," and somebody retweeted it, and that's what I posted, going like, "Y'all are just offended that you had to grow up. Rise is so much better in every regard." He likes that story and replies with like reasons why the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are bad. And I was like, "Did you read what I posted?" And then he goes like, everything is ruined. People don't have originality anymore. Why don't you?" And that's my worst argument. Why don't you make your like? His problem was that in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they made April black.
Okay.
Originally she was a redhead, like
Okay.
in a fun jumpsuit and shit, and now she's like a black character, and she's the character of April in this Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Why don't you make your own thing?" And I'm like, "Because these are generational shows that are put on for so like Scooby Doo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Those are all shows that everybody grew up with.
Yeah.
Everybody is watching a lot of different interpretations of the shows." And then I start talking about Scooby Doo, and then he has the gall, the audacity, and the gumpcha to talk to me about Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
And my favorite is he starts talking, and he was
Yeah.
like, "No, like the original ones from the '90s," and I'm like, oh, a pup named Scooby Doo
Mm,
from 90s.
yeah.
He's like, no, the original ones, and I'm like, oh, you mean from 79?
Yeah.
Like Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? The new Scooby Doo Adventures, the Scooby Doo show,
Yeah.
like that's
No,
the
don't
one.
challenge you on nurture. Like, do not dare. Better shut up, put the tail
And he
between
was
your legs and walk away.
like, yeah, but why would you change those characters? And I was like, they changed those characters in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
They,
That's what happened throughout life. Now it's just
Shaggy had a red shirt.
internet.
I kid you not, Shaggy had a red shirt. And I went like, yeah, like recently, like they made Shaggy vegetarian in one iteration of the
Mhm.
show because the voice actor was vegetarian. And I was using it as a point to be like,
Yeah, not
they
everything is a
keep
political
they
statement.
keep
Calm down.
changing the show to adapt newer audiences
Yeah.
and newer voice actors that are adding, which is beautiful. And it was like, yeah, that's so woke. And I was like, they did it in the 80s, you prick.
You motherfucker. Yeah, that's. No, I always think about this with the whole, like, when they go crazy about, like, the trans agenda and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, they're pushing it in their face. Imagine if fucking Mrs. Doubtfire came out today. You have a man dressing up as a woman around children.
Yeah.
Isn't this brainwashing
Drag
kids?
queen not being portrayed badly because the
Yeah,
drag queens are the one dressing him up.
that's the thing. And then it's that, and then, I don't know, fucking Milan. Imagine Milan coming out.
Absolutely.
And it's like back then nobody gave a shit because it's like there's no agenda to be had. But anyway,
And this is where we come to my
food
big.
for thought.
This is where we come to my big speech
Hmm.
that I've been waiting for to get to this podcast.
Get it?
The HBO adult series Velma
Hmm.
got a second season.
Okay.
My fucking god. You could not have had a more ruined chance.
Hmm.
So that's Mindy Kaling's interpretation of the Scooby Gang. First of all, you do not make Scooby Doo content without Scooby Doo. I understand you wanting to focus on Velma.
Hmm.
Cute. Unsung hero, fucking watch Mystery Incorporated. But so it's Mindy Kaling's interpretation of the characters. Everybody has a backlash because Shaggy is black, Velma is I don't know what the politically correct term is, but like Indian Asian. I think it's
Okay.
Southeast Asian.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
And then I think Daphne is like Asian, like Japanese,
Okay.
Chinese, and shit like that. And Fred is white.
Okay.
And people had the outrage because of the skin things.
Fred is white.
Because Fred is white. Yeah. No, people had the outrage because of their colors.
Okay.
And
Being raised about the dog.
first of all, being raised that there's no Scooby Doo, fucking
Yeah.
hell. And that's what I hate about like the Little Mermaid remakes and all these other remakes.
Mhm.
Because when I'm like, hey, this is not a good thing,
Mhm.
they're like, you're a racist. No, no, no.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She
It is.
looks like a fish.
That's my only
Ariel looks
thing
like
with
a
it.
fish.
They could not have picked a better actress
Yeah.
to play a mermaid because her face is fish-like in the most beautiful way. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
like
she's
fucking with her.
uh,
Like she is beautiful,
yeah,
but I'm like the eyes, the lips, everything is so fish-like.
absolutely. And you could have made a show that stars multiracial Scooby Gang characters
Yeah.
with a certified like mature rating
Yeah.
where you could like swear, do murders and shit like that. You had all of these opportunities and you make a show that spits in the face of the original.
Okay.
You fucked it for everybody.
Yeah.
The writers of the show fucked it for everybody because now everybody will use it as an example of like I mean ignorant people will use it as an example of like they should stick to being white,
Yeah.
being these colors, being and it's such a waste.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've been wanting an adult Scooby Doo show for years and years and
Yeah.
years. Of course, I would prefer if the original gang of the original voice actors were like um were a part of it. I love Velma and Mr. Incorporated is Jewish,
Yeah.
but it's not like I'm Jewish. It's
Yeah.
just like oy vey
Yeah.
because the voice actress is
Yeah.
Jewish, so they added it to that. So I understood casting voice actors that you want to, and those voice actors being the colors of the characters.
Yeah.
Now I understood it, and I was like, "Fun, you're going in this new direction.
Good.
Don't make Scooby Doo material without fucking Scooby Doo."
Yeah. The whole plot is they have a dog, and the dog is awesome.
Yeah,
Don't leave the dog.
and first of all, you make that, and then you're challenging yourself instantly, and then you also write such a bad show.
Yeah.
And you're fucking it for everybody because you're not doing this, but in internet's eyes,
Yeah.
you're proving the points of the racists.
Yeah.
This show sucks because of this, and this.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be like it sucks because of the writing. It sucks because
Yeah.
why did you have to change it? Because
And when I go like
there's a black
this
character.
show is horrendous. I mean, in this rare occurrence, the internet is also on my side. I'm like, this show is horrendous.
Yeah. No.
And nobody will call me a racist because of that. Because like, I remember one time somebody said the exact opinion that I had about the Little Mermaid, where she went like, "Wish I could be," and I was like, "That sounds horrendous." And somebody put it, they were like, "Just call yourself a racist." And I'm like, "No, I love her. I just first of all, why do we need remakes?
Mm.
They're making a Mufasa prequel."
Yeah, I saw that.
And somebody posted.
Am I gonna make fun of it? Yes. Am I gonna watch it? Yes.
Somebody posted like my inner child is happy, and I'm like, and I'm here. I'm here. The picture of a man child.
Yeah.
Stop saying my inner child is happy. Say that you're happy.
Yes.
Say that you're happy because when your inner child is happy, for me at least, saying my inner child is happy, it's something that you cannot enjoy right now.
Yeah.
But you could have enjoyed it as a child.
Yes.
I see Bluey and I'm like, my inner child is feeling. Because I'm like, I really can't watch Bluey now. It's weird because I'll watch fucking Teletubbies.
Yeah, there are certain things
But
like yeah,
Bluey.
but like terms on the internet are like so misused. So it's like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um.
Tell me about your last night. I had my film already.
Yeah, you got it out. Good for you. Um. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just never felt like in at least like 5 years of my life, I have not felt as good as I did for those 30 minutes last night. And it's like I think I've gotten to this rut in life where like I have certain like everything is
Organized.
not even okay. It's just that my yeah, it's repetitive, and my head. I'm like I can't do something out of the ordinary. Like I can't even the things that I enjoy. I'm like like my brain won't let me do it. And then randomly last night, I just played random songs and I danced a little bit and I like did my little sticker thing and then I rearranged the pictures that I have like with Polaroids and stuff. And it just felt so like I felt like back in high school when I would draw,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, that type of thing. And I can't explain it to you. I just miss that feeling. That's the feeling I've been begging, like trying to force it happen
Yeah.
for like 5 years. And then it just on a random Monday.
What that feeling is. I mean, you say try to force it happen.
Yeah.
You gotta put it past that part. That's we have the ongoing joke. Whenever you say that, it's always a thing of I always tell you read a book
Yeah.
because I personally I just that happens to me when I read a book.
Hmm.
So and that's the 15 minutes where you're like, I need to be on my phone. I need to do something else.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's the flow.
Hmm.
They have this thing called flow on the
Yeah.
internet. Somewhere they talk about the flow.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's what I think you want to experience and what I experience with books.
Yeah.
So yeah, I I just that I read a lot of Batman comics recently, so I experienced flow while reading Batman comics. And like 2 hours passed like minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt, and I'm gonna sound so fucking cringe saying this,
Mhm.
and I know it, and I'm aware of it. For the first time in so long, I felt music.
Okay.
But I mean that in the most literal sense. Like I don't mean it in like whatever. Like I
Yeah.
felt like something listening to music, and it hasn't. Like I can, and it happened throughout 5 years. Like, but only when I'm drunk. Like, and I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was a big moment for me. You know.
I have like a really big moment with music where one time a friend was sleeping over at my place,
Hmm.
and he's a very physically open friend.
Okay.
So we cuddle a lot and shit like that.
Yeah.
And this was the first time he slept over, and I was like, I fell asleep like my arm over him,
Hmm.
and then I was like, but I have to turn around because I want to sleep more comfortably,
Yeah.
shit like that. And I was like, but then I will, let go of him. And I was playing Zelda music to fall asleep. And I turn around and he turns around and hugs me. That's that's the only in like the past 4 years.
Yeah.
It's that and the Barbie premiere when I
Barbara
felt like
Yeah.
total bliss
Yeah.
throughout my whole body.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I know what you mean, and those moments are rare, and I think they're more beautiful because they're rare.
Yeah.
because we still experience major happiness
Yeah.
real time, but like do it differently. Like I said, read a book.
Yeah, yeah.
Try and
There's
sit down. I will give you a Batman comic to read, bitch. I will because you will love it. It's a thriller noir story about taking down a mob family.
okay.
It's so serious.
Mm,
But the moments that hit you, I think that hit me will hit you equally.
okay.
There's a scene where it's Father's Day,
Mhm.
and the police officer comes home late,
Mhm.
and like his infant son is holding like the tie that they made for him, and it says like for
Oh.
dad, with
Oh.
like his handprints on the tie, and he goes like, "It's only the best gift a father could ever get."
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that beautiful? Ah. Anyways, what did we do on Saturday?
What did we do on Saturday?
We watched one of the best movies ever.
Oh,
Was it on
which
Saturday?
um, yeah, because I worked
Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched one of the best movies ever made.
Yes.
Which movie did we watch?
We watched The Exorcist, which might I mention you have a shirt on.
Thank you so
It
much.
says The Exorcist, and it's
It
fun
doesn't say
because
The Exorcist. I mean, it says The Exorcist, but it's
yeah,
also the Pope looking at the window of the house. It's one of my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
shirts. It's one of my favorite. It's, I think, my favorite horror movie of all time.
Okay,
So, like,
talk
how
your shit.
how much do you know about me and horror movies?
You're a big fan of horror movies.
Okay, okay. But currently, my obsession with horror movies is usually not supernatural based.
Yeah, no.
Because first of all, they make them really cheap and dumb.
Yeah,
But like, I like the Sinister.
yeah.
I like Sinister.
Sinister's
That's
great.
like a rare, good
Also, the one we watched, what's it
Evil Dead
called? Evil
Rise.
Dead
Evil Dead
Rise.
Rise. But that to me is so beyond that.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful in this like dark comic
Yeah,
book way. And I really do want the scene either of her going like "Mommy's with the maggots now,"
yeah.
or like her pointing from the dark,
Oh yeah,
like done as a comic
yeah,
book
yeah,
and as
yeah,
a tattoo.
yeah.
So no, but I'm not really like supernatural doesn't get me.
Mhm.
And I'm not a fan of the Conjuring movies. I'm just like I like my slashers. I like my fun. I
Yeah.
like my shit.
Just to preface, this is the mother of the week.
This is
The
this
mother
is
of
the
the week.
mother of the week.
Which,
So
by the way,
Selma,
next one we got to do a person because we had like movies
oh, we've had
stacked up.
movies for a while.
Oh yeah,
So Selma, what did you do? Was this movie about motherhood?
absolutely it was.
So sorry, I'm burping again. So this movie in itself is about motherhood, but why is it mother?
Well, why don't you? Why
Why
don't
don't I
you? Why
say?
don't you say it?
No, I'm
'Cause-
gonna. I want you to answer just a little bit.
okay. Well, I loved it. I loved.
Say your opinion and then shut the fuck up for half
Fair.
an hour.
Um,
That's what
when did the
I
movie
need
come
to.
out?
79, I think.
That's
Or
so.
is that am I still on Scooby Doo?
I don't know. Um, it. I don't know. It.
It's I think 70s.
The thing for me is, I think you love it as when did you?
73.
So when did you first watch it?
Like I think 2 or 3. Like
Really, I thought you saw it as a kid, and that's why it like got stuck
I
with you.
saw a picture of her. My sister,
We all did.
my
The whole
sister, my
universe.
sister. It wasn't like the scary maze thing. My
Okay.
sister Googled a picture of her and saw it, and I
Uh-huh.
couldn't sleep for days.
Yes, but she like her face is like it's been more
Iconic.
seen more than the movie, you know.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
for me, I didn't watch the full movie until now, and I didn't like.
Understand?
No, no, I love the movie and everything. I just don't like. I don't get why you love it as much as you do.
Really?
Because I love it. It's
I
great, but I'm
didn't. I
like I
didn't
have
tell
like
you. I didn't tell you. There's a lot of shit about this movie
yeah,
that I kept silent
yeah. You really
until
did.
until coming to this podcast because
Yes.
I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
a lot of it.
No,
First
but
of all,
I love it, and I love the mom
yeah.
so much.
Now that's the thing. Movies nowadays, they're like these new generation. They don't want children,
Yeah,
so we're not gonna make like a realistic, loving
yeah,
portrayal of mother and daughter.
yeah.
This movie has the most beautiful portrayal of
Yeah.
mother and daughter.
Cause she's so, and I love that it was never for a second like a taboo thing of like, oh, she has to go to a psychiatrist,
Yeah,
and it's like everyone is kind of like, and also, but I love that even the priest wasn't like, oh, it has to be a demon.
yeah.
Like they all like were like,
Coming to the exorcism part took a while.
yeah,
You kept commenting, and I kept being like, "Someone shut the fuck up." You kept commenting like whenever something happened, you're like, "Run, run, go away," and it's done so naturally. Of
yeah.
like,
It was like the exorcism really was the last. And even
the
when
less
they
so.
suggested it was like it's a power of suggestion
Yeah,
that will like create this like image of it breaking to the kid's mind that
yeah,
like oh the demon is not outside of me like
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Until we got to her, spinning her head around like a
Yeah.
freaking what's the thing with it?
Merry-go-round.
With the bobblehead. Uh,
No, it was a thing. It's done so realistically. I think both of ours favorite scene, because we talk about it a lot, maybe because I talked about it a lot, is when she comes downstairs and she goes like, "You're gonna die up there," and then she starts pissing on the floor, and the mother, not for a millisecond, goes like, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
She's instantly like, "I'm sorry, she's been sick." Like
yeah,
instant worrying
yeah,
about her child, and
yeah.
that's oh my god. So
I just want to say something. We have to find like a movie because whenever we talk about moms, I always go to the movie Mommy Dearest because it's like a horrendous
yeah,
like
yeah, horrendous
portrayal
portrayal of a
of
mom.
a
Yeah,
mother. Like, and I just want to like have a thing of like instead of mother, it's stepmother. But then I feel bad because like stepmothers are great. I'm like I don't want to push through. But come on, isn't that hilarious? Like an evil person.
like an evil mom.
Like yeah, like an evil mom should just be like a
Um,
stepmother episode. You know what I mean?
rectum. It's mother in reverse.
Yeah, but like evil stepmom.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, but
no, continue.
yeah. So I think that's one of our favorite scenes, and it's the whole time you're not being like, oh come on, I would have been smarter in this,
Hmm.
because the priest says like an exorcism has been outlawed for so long
Yeah.
because we now realize that there's psychotic problems with people.
Meanwhile, we have
People
Conjuring now in 2024 coming out, being like, "It's a demon,
there
it's a ghost."
somebody coughs a bit harder,
they're
and they're
like,
just like, call those two
they're
bitches.
like, "Let me get the holy water." God, do you want aspirin or holy water?
It's both on the bedside table,
Yeah,
sweetie. Take what you need.
I do both. Zolly.
Yeah. So, do you have any religious trauma growing up?
I did have. I wouldn't say it was trauma. Kind of was. So my great grandma, she kind of like raised me, and she was very religious, and I knew like I knew like Surah before I even knew how to
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
like that shit. And I remember one time I was like 10 years old, and I looked up at the sky, and I just thought like I had a one singular thought of what if there is no God, and then I got so
Instant
terrified,
shame. Instant shame.
and I
Instant.
was so like I'm gonna burn in hell because I thought this thing.
One time, my mom told me that she's gonna sign me out of the like religions class because I couldn't learn something. I started crying and saying that I don't want to be a sinner like my sister.
Jesus, sister, dude. Not a thing.
Stop going to the religious
Oh,
class.
that is
So
so funny.
I know, and
Yeah.
me crying over not going to religious classes. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into that because I want to talk a lot about this movie. So the movie in itself doesn't have a lot. I mean, the plot is she gets possessed. They try to cure her. Eventually, they realize it's a demon.
Mm.
The demon kills the two priests. One of the priests takes the demon in himself and then kills himself. Has to
Yeah.
get rid of the demon. Okay, so that's the whole story. It's done amazingly because you really feel the connection between the mother and the daughter. So, first of all, it's the first movie of all time to use what's the word? Like messaging, like secret messaging. What's the subliminal
Subliminal.
messaging? It's the first movie ever to use that. So you've seen many scenes where it's like just a second of it.
Yeah.
Horror movies before that didn't use it.
Yeah, and it was scary.
It was really
Because
terrifying.
it's just a random, like, they're walking down the street and then boom, like, it just goes black and there's a demon. Or like a clown. For me, I just went to like the scariest thing I could see. I really loved the kitchen sink thing. Above the
Me.
kitchen, the face that
Oh
appears.
yeah. That was my moment where I was just like, because it's not. They usually do like a blackout with the face for
Yeah,
a
black out of
millisecond
the
and
face.
come out. So the thing with The Exorcist is
Mhm.
that they were the first movie to use all of this kind of imagery and stuff like that. The movie allegedly is
Okay.
cursed.
No. Okay.
So the movie
What's
had
the lore?
many setbacks.
Uh-huh.
Some of this
On
I'm gonna
set?
have to read and find. On set,
Okay.
the studio
Uh-huh.
that the set was filmed on burned down while after the set was built, so they
Okay.
had to rebuild it The only thing that didn't burn at all,
What?
Regan room. The
Shut
room,
the fuck up.
the room of the child that's
Ew.
possessed.
Oh my! If you had said like the cross, I would have been like, oh, because it's metal or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
The
The
whole
whole
room.
room untouched. They didn't have to rebuild it. They didn't have
Jesus,
to.
indeed.
Jesus, indeed.
What
So,
the heck? Okay.
so there's like a documentary called Fear of God, 25 Years of the Exorcist. And it took 6 weeks to rebuild the set.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally they were back on track. In the first week of filming, Father Lancaster, like the father,
Yeah.
learned that his brother had died and promptly returned to Sweden to the funeral. And then Linda Blair, the then child star behind Regan King, lost her grandfather. So these are all like the. I mean, even the director, and I love the director because you could so easily feed into
Yeah,
this.
go with it.
He was just like, it's a movie set.
Things
Mistakes
happen.
happen,
Yeah.
shit like that. But I like to say it. I
Yeah.
like it adds to the beauty of the movie.
As for the Lord.
Okay, the one that you're not ready for. Um, 9 people died during the production, including an assistant cameraman's newborn baby and a night watch.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Not a
Actor
baby.
Jack McGowan, who died shortly after appearing in the movie as film director Burke Dennings.
Okay.
Burke Dennings is the drunk guy who fell out the
Oh
building.
yeah.
He,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote fell out the building. He died of complications of the flu after so he like the way he died.
Wow.
A lot of people suffered lifelong injuries. A crew member lost his toe, while a carpenter chopped off his thumb.
That would have been me. Like fully like intentionally breaking it just to be like, I'm part of it.
Okay, so you're not ready for this one because this one's a bit intense.
Okay.
Linda Blair, the character playing Reagan,
Yeah.
you know the scene where she's going up and down, she's
Yeah.
thrashing everywhere. She broke her rib during the filming of that scene, and she said, "Please, oh please, make it stop." Made it into the movie. They kept it because they didn't realize They were like, "Oh, she's a good actress."
Oh
They
my
didn't realize she broke
god.
her rib. So in the movie, that's actual screaming
Oh my
of a person
god.
in pain,
Of a
of
child
a
in pain.
child in pain.
She. Oh fuck. So okay, but okay. How did the mechanics work? Did she thrusting
She
and
was
stuff?
tied to some
Oh, so they were just
mechanism.
doing.
So the mechanism is the thing that broke her.
So nobody was like, hey, maybe a
Yeah.
bit intense for a kid.
So like the cast is all like, "Hey, these haunting rumors, blah 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 blah." This article doesn't mention my favorite one, and I'm so glad I know this out of the article. So we're done with the article. We have two more fun facts.
Okay.
They premiered the movie, like one of the premieres.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bullshit like
Butcher,
that it's in Italy, but I don't know which town it was. It was it was across
Mm-hmm.
a church that had like a huge cross
Mm-hmm.
that was there for like I'm gonna say millennia, but like for a long,
Long
long
time. Yeah.
time.
Did it fall?
The movie started.
The cross fell.
Go on, go on. Lightning hits the cross.
No fucking way. No way.
Lightning hit the cross, and the cross.
I would have shit my. I'm not kidding
And the
you.
audience heard like a loud crash, and they were like, "It's from another movie." In the theater, and they came out and they realized that it was the cross.
The way I would have genuinely went home thinking, like, this is it.
This is
This is what takes over the world. Like everyone who sees this movie is cursed and will die in 7 days. No, that's a different movie, but you know.
Yeah. No, so
Jesus.
that's one of the big.
At some point, coincidences stop becoming coincidences. Okay.
It's a lot, but also you go like and you go like.
Sure, you can rationalize everything, but for a lot of things to be attached to just one thing, you have to be like, but how many?
Yeah.
Like, sure, you can
No,
explain a
cross
lightning.
is the cross is the thing that threw you over the line.
It really is. Because I'm like, okay, it fell. Or
No,
okay.
because like when I remember I heard this on a podcast, and when I read the original thing, I was like, every because it's people are being like, you're not gonna read the whole article.
Yeah.
People were like, and every room was burned except Reagan's room, and I remember the like people, every room burned
Mm-hmm.
except Reagan's, and then I was like, oh my god. Remember the
Um,
dude I told you to look at?
Yes.
So
He was in the surgery thing.
he was in the surgery thing. So during many parts of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I told you, look at this guy, and then I forgot. It's somebody else. It's an extra on
Yes.
the movie. They hired him
Mm-hmm.
because he does that job.
Okay.
He's a
I am a
surgeon.
surgeon.
He is a surgeon. He is a surgeon. So his occupation, he was a theater employee, a cleaner, a light repairman. He was a radiological technician.
Was all of those things good for him?
Good for him.
He's not
Well,
that
you
way.
know what's not good for him?
Did he die? Or did he kill someone?
He's a serial killer. He's a suspected serial killer, but there's 2 proven deaths on him.
Oh my
They
god.
took a random radiologist, said, "Hey,
Maybe he killed the dude's dad. Kidding. What
you're
the
doing
fuck?
a good like. Come on, be on this movie for a little bit." So this man, that's 2 milliseconds on scene.
Oh my.
I think the original, like the death he's proven on, his name is Paul Bateson.
Okay.
So this is him.
Yeah. Oh,
So
he looked better in the movie.
so
See, this is what I mean. Like how many things, and it's a horrible. Like
so what's the
it's like
okay?
Glee.
There's his
Like
background. Okay, so of Addison, he has the like murder of Addison Earl. He killed her, I think. Um, yeah,
you're like, and he was Jack the Ripper. I mean,
he was a Jack the Ripper of, well, guess what kind of people? The gays. The
He
gays.
killed gay people.
So he's proven to have killed his wife. I think that's what he went to prison for.
That's his wife gay.
And he's the only suspect in a serial killer like rampage called. Are you ready for this?
Please.
Fag in the Bag. So
Now that's a movie. Yeah.
so there is a movie.
We're called Fag in the Bag.
No,
Come on.
but he hunted for his victims in the 70s because people would, not care about
Yeah.
their gay children anymore.
Oh.
So he would go to gay bars to kill off men, and he would put them in bags. So that's
So
why
the Ted
back in the
or
bag.
no, that was was it Ted Bundy? Did that?
The
The
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Did
Yes,
that.
Dahmer.
So it's Dahmer's MO, kind of,
Yeah.
but they're on different places.
Yeah.
So we could get into this, but this is not a murder podcast.
Yeah, sure, but I'm so like, I am really shocked. Like, wow,
I know. I didn't want to tell you
you
into the
didn't. Yeah,
podcast.
this is all authentic.
No, because just a random scene of him
Yeah.
killed people and people and people. And just so much of
Imagine
it.
if his defense was like, I was possessed. The movie made me do it.
Love,
Which,
love, love.
you
love.
know, if
Which
you
is
had
a-
the
which-
jury of OJ, might have worked.
Yeah, which is like
Oh,
which is like a current MO. The movies made me do it. You know, Scream 2? Did we watch Scream 2?
okay.
They did all the killings just to be like,
For the movie.
oh, the
yeah.
movies made me do it, even though.
No, I thought it was somebody in real life being like.
Oh no.
There was a guy. There was a Shane Dawson talked about this.
Okay.
A guy that went crazy because of a song that he kept hearing. And it genuinely was because of, and it was very like, just this guy in detail. Like it was a rap song, and this guy was in detail explaining like what he wants
there
to do
was
to
that
a
guy who did the like horrific
No, but he would do
murder
like
songs.
yeah, and then he was like, and he kept listening to this one song and repeat of like this guy explaining in detail how he would like kill a woman or something,
Yeah,
and then he went and did it, and he was like, "That was the song I did."
And yeah, artistic liberty is a really good thing.
Sure.
That was
You know.
sarcasm.
Okay.
But no, I'm obsessed with the macabre, and just when I think horror movie, I think either Halloween or The Exorcist.
Okay, but
The
but it's the two. Like,
The Exorcist is the horror movie for
Yeah.
me. Because of this story, because of all the moments,
Yeah.
and because at the center of it is a great movie.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the soundtrack,
Beautiful.
I found it. I'm gonna learn it on piano.
It reminds me so much of the other like,
Halloween.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
because
like,
it's
who did it
piano,
first?
it's haunting. Exorcist did it first.
Let's go.
Yeah. They did like
Yeah, it has that. Like,
and then they had the like glockenspiel. That's the only word for it. I'm not being like I'm smart throwing in German
Yeah.
words. It's so like that you do it by bells. That's when they do it when they add
Yeah.
more to it. So it really is one of my favorite movies. Probably because like childhood trauma, but then like
Yeah, that's like when I watch Candyman, I will always be terrified, even today.
Candyman is my top five.
Yeah, but I'll like piss myself. You know what I mean? Like,
We will watch it
I had
together.
that.
You will piss
I
yourself.
will piss myself.
I will be there with a catheter.
Yes. Uh,
It's one of my go tos. But no, The Exorcist. It's religious trauma. It's scary. It's buttfuck scary.
hmm.
It's scary, and the demon is kind of funny.
The demon is my favorite line, and they've replayed it a million because there's a lot of like that's a different lore. I'll tell you about it. But there's like a Christian horror movie genre.
Okay.
It's just like I probably have seen this one. It's like when a guy makes the demon or the devil whatever that's in the kid like get into a pig and then they shoot the pig.
Oh, that's fun.
That's a great like ooh fun because he played into his like oh you couldn't do the only reason you went into this child is because you can't get into anything
Yeah,
else. You
because
couldn't even get into
the
this pig.
only thing
You
that
can
could beat
possess,
a
and
demon
he's like,
is
well, watch me, nigga. But they replicated a lot of that when the demon in Exorcist went like, "Your mother sucks in hell." They did a lot of that with the
loves.
like in so many movies, and it's so
The
funny.
priest's
I
character
love the
really.
devil.
All of the characters are really well, and
Yeah, they're really well.
I'm a person with religious trauma who's like he would be homophobic.
Yeah.
No, I love all of them, and
Mhm.
they're all so empathetic.
And so modern for the time that you know what I mean.
Absolutely,
I was
because
really like,
it's Hollywood. It's
yeah, they were always
because I don't know if it was where was it set in. Here's the Golden Gate Bridge. Was there the
oh
Golden Gate?
something Georgetown, I think, or
Oh yeah,
something.
Georgetown.
Yeah.
Because you said,
It's San Francisco because of the bridge. It's just a
and then it
random
said,
shot of a
and
random bridge.
then it says
And
Georgetown.
I'm like, San
But no,
Francisco.
it's the Hollywood atmosphere because they're all actors
Yeah.
doing a scene, and um, nobody's really at fault there. You know, the daughter found the Ouija board, and the mom's like a non-believer,
Yeah, so
so
it's
she's
like,
like,
oh,
"Who
cute.
gives a shit?" Meanwhile, we're like non-believers, but we still don't fuck with the Ouija boards.
Mm-mm.
Or
Mm-mm.
you do not fuck. Do you know what's actually haunted about a Ouija board? The planchette.
Okay.
So the planchette is the thing you put your fingers on, and
Hmm.
then it moves. Because the Ouija board itself, that's fine. The planchette,
Is
that's
that's fun.
allegedly
You know
the
what my
fucked
one of
thing.
the greatest things I've ever heard, and it came from the great grandmother I was telling you about, the most religious person I've ever known. She literally told me, so we have like a thing here, sihr, which is like
Yeah.
casting a spell, not spell,
And
but
you know
like
what?
curse on someone.
And you know how you do curses. So
Mm.
this is from the Muslim faith.
Yeah.
You just read the Quran backwards.
Yeah, and then you have like you can either so there's a lot of ways to do it. Some of which are very disgusting, which is you if you wanna make a man possess like love you or like be possessive over
Is
you,
it pubic hair?
period blood.
Ew, Jesus.
You put your period blood in
Well,
his coffee or
Hereditary
something.
did that. I
Stole
mean,
it. I don't give a shit.
no,
This
but
is our thing. Um, but like you would do that, or sometimes you would do it, or like you would take strands of somebody's hair and like tie it around a stick and then throw it on the porch of somebody, whatever. But the thing I was gonna tell you, my grandma said that the only way that the curse is not gonna work on you is if you truly, truly don't believe in it.
oh my god,
Chills, and
that's
I
so
was so
good.
like, oh my god,
Because
that
like
makes so much sense.
no matter how much we're non-believers, we're always just a
Just a little
little bit.
bit, and that's the thing. And she was like, the only way it's not gonna
Amal could
work,
never get cursed.
never.
Your
He
boyfriend
doesn't
could
give a shit.
absolutely never
But
get
it's like
cursed.
if you see it and if you see that thing on your porch, and even if you think like, could it be? Instantly, you're like,
Instantly,
cursed.
instantly,
If you
you're
truly, truly don't
opening the
believe that,
door.
yeah. And if you're keeping the door closed, nothing happens. I was like,
Um,
damn.
we have an interesting case about religion here
Mhm.
because we are Muslim people, but we do have a lot of the spells that we had as pagans from us.
Yeah, we
So
like
like
Slivan Strahan.
yeah. So like we do. How would you translate Saliva Estraha? So it's like
Like
getting away of like
scaring
bad
the shit, getting like scaring the
getting
shit out of you,
yeah.
literally.
No,
Like
it's getting rid of bad mojo.
yeah,
Let's call it
like
that.
if you're a kid that like is terrified of
So
something,
you
and it's
didn't.
like
Your grandma did it,
uh huh,
not to you.
great grandma,
So
but
your
yeah,
great grandma did it.
she had the business
Yeah.
of doing
I had it done in Prijedor
it. Mhm.
by a very well recommended guy.
Mhm.
What the fuck?
I know.
Let's just say
What the
first.
fuck is this butt fuck
Yeah.
neurotic?
So no, and then they would take you to a street that you've never seen. As a child, you're instantly scared. They put a cloth over your head.
Uh-huh.
They take aluminium foil,
Mm-hmm.
throw it into water with, I
Mm-hmm.
think, lead in the middle of the aluminium foil.
Yeah.
So they throw it into water, and then it
They throw it onto like a burning stove type thing.
From my memory, from what I saw beneath the cloth, from what I saw while I was being while they were chanting around me and firing
Beating
things,
you with the stick.
saying "Shut the fuck up." I'm kidding, but I thought it was they put it in water, like boiling water.
No, well, but the way my grandma did it was because it would be in water, and she would like do prayers over the water, and then she'd take the water, have you drink it, and then like pour the water over you, and then take and like as she's doing this, she's like saying prayers, so all of the negativity, quote unquote, gets into the water, and the lead thing is supposed to get it attached to the lead to the aluminum foil, and then she would just go and throw it on the stove, and then it just goes like
Did she do
everywhere.
the readings? Did she do the readings?
I was there for the reading. I didn't do the reading. Wait, what
Did
reading?
she do the
Yeah,
readings?
yeah,
Did
yeah.
she take the aluminium foil and was like, "This is this, this is this"?
Oh no, but I had like
My
a
my
aunt.
my
My
my girl did that.
love her. Oh
My girl, because that's a lot more fun.
yeah, it is. I'm like,
Okay, yeah, but the boat, and that's a lot more.
okay.
Oh, really?
Is that you?
We have a neighbor we don't like.
Oh
So we're
Jesus.
almost done anyways. So they would take the piece of aluminium foil,
Yeah.
and she would be like, "This is your heart.
Uh-huh.
Notice how it's small, it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hidden.
Okay.
This is you when you sleep. You're in this fetal position and shit
Mhm.
like that." And I remember being like, "Oh, this bitch speaking some facts."
She's got
And
it.
now, like a child who's scared sleeping in a fetal position.
No.
Oh my gosh, you should be a quantum scientist. NASA, are you hiring?
I got a candidate.
Yeah, so a lot of and the people don't realize that like because like really religious people will be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
go do that."
Yeah.
People don't realize that that's spells and that that's like anti our
Anti every
religion.
religion. You know,
Yeah,
it's like don't
that's
do
paganism.
witchcraft. Yeah.
That's paganism.
But she, I don't know, my grand, I don't know what it was. She just knew how to do it. But it was it's such a weird lore to think about because
My
it's still a thing.
friend, my friend, her grandma
Yeah.
from her dad's side, coñazo,
Okay.
the Spanish for the devil,
Mhm.
coñeta. She did all the like zapis. So that's like when you go to what's a hodja in English?
Um,
A Muslim rabbi.
yeah. Like,
Um, and he would like write it down so like I can't pass this test.
mhm.
And he would write shit down for you and be like, now you will. The spell witchcraft. I'm not kidding. And then she would do that, and there was like a so when her dad passed away
Mhm.
through suicide, they found a bottle of water with soil under his bed.
Soil.
Soil. Because probably a spell of his mom's.
Yeah. Jeez.
Jesus. So it's like
It's weird. It's weird.
it's
And
weird.
I get like I don't believe in it, but it gets me like queasy. You
It
know?
gets queasy of like how much is it all connected?
Yeah.
Of like somebody you just randomly know. Because allegedly one of my neighbors, his dad was supposed to get like a pendant that's cursed.
Okay.
So like the mom hated that son, and she
Okay.
was gonna give him a pendant that's cursed, but the grandchild took it,
Mm-hmm.
and because he held it, he got the jinn.
Okay.
And then he started acting not
Weird. Yeah.
normal, and I was like, he never acted normal.
Yeah.
I'm fully on
Devil's
like
advocate.
it,
Haha.
it's
Devil.
it's
Devil's advocate. Come on.
it's a great story to tell, but I will always be like that child was never okay. But
Yeah.
they did take him to psychiatrists, like psychologists though. But also, I think our psychologists are so like fucked with religious shit that they're
Yeah.
like,
Like that's a gin.
that's a devil, that's a jinn.
Yeah.
No, but it's funny. Like
Get that fixed.
that was supposed to be like for his dad to touch, and he should have died.
Yeah.
That's like the story. And I love when it comes to me because everybody will add those
Yeah. 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 Like.
billions of different
Uh
stories,
huh.
so it turns into a much more interesting
Yeah.
story. My grandma used to tell me how they summon ghosts when I was little,
Yeah.
and I hate my dad for this. She went like, so we would take the biggest book in the house, put a key in the middle of it, and then we chant like, "Oh, ghost, are you there?" And my dad was like, "Grandma, stop! You will make him scared." Because I was a big scaredy cat.
Yeah.
The story was that they did that, and then like one of her friends would like they would try to summon Hitler, and one of her
Oh
friends
my god, it's so
found
funny to think
found
about
his
grandparents like that.
dad's gun, and
Okay.
he shot the gun in the middle of it to make them scared. And tell me that if I didn't hear, if I heard because I heard like, and we would summon ghosts. Grandma, shut up.
Yeah, it's like
I already can't sleep.
yeah, now it's a thing. Tell
Now
me
it's
that
a
somebody
thing.
shot a gun, that's funny.
Hilarious. I'm
Hilarious.
laughing till I can't sleep.
Exactly. God. The way the older generations grow up
It
is
can't be replicated.
insanity. But like just a child finding a gun and being like, oh, just shooting it in the middle of the um, oh,
When my grandpa used to steal cookies and give them to my grandma
oh.
because he was like a poor little rat, and
That is
she
so
was like a lady.
sweet.
Yeah.
My family background is very fucked up. My great grandma, and this is why I will forever ever
I think
have.
she was mother for you once.
No, that was my grandma, but my great
Oh.
grandma was even a bigger like bad. Like I cannot stress this enough. She okay, so first she gives birth to a child. He dies at 6 months old of too much muck, like seeds of
Jesus
what's it
Christ.
called?
I don't know. Like the thing you put on bread,
Yeah,
the
like
black
the
seeds that you
black
put on
seeds.
bread.
Because they didn't have any food. And that's for some reason they had that, so they kept feeding it. Children are not at that like
Let me
at
tell
6 months
you
are not supposed to drink water
let me tell
or they'll
you
die.
let me tell you let me tell you about the muck
Famine.
about muck famine, and let me tell you that there was no muck.
No, but so he dies from that, right? She buries one kid. Then she gets like her husband dies. She gets remarried. That guy like beat her like senseless. So she had a kid with him. So one day she runs away, moves in with her sister for a while. Then she meets a guy, and that's he had the land where now we live.
Oh,
And she
fun.
literally just married him because she was like, oh, he has land, so I need to
Love.
move.
Oh my god.
So then she moves in
You
with him.
grew up with
You
how
know,
many nannies? I love you now.
no, he didn't even have a house. He had land and like a little shed, but she was like, I'm gonna do something with this, and she fucking did. We have like this
Oh.
house of like, no, like 3 stories high, and then a little house in the
And
fucking
the middle story is
prairie.
very fucked because your parents live
Well,
there.
yeah, location wise, and that wise is great.
It's a
And she
great.
built it, like
Yeah,
she
it's
and
next
my
to the
grandpa.
apotheca.
Yeah, but what that man did to her?
Not close to a bakery though.
Yes, it is.
I live closer to bakeries.
Okay,
I have to live next to a bakery.
that's rich for you. So
It's homeless sitting next to the bakery.
you're living my dream.
Oh my god, can we please go into my room, work
Yeah.
my job now? I will live your life, sir.
So what he did to her, he would take a gun. It's fucked. It's fucked. Now it's funny because it's so long ago.
Oh
And like
yeah, it's my friend's grandma's brother died, and her
like
last word was
whatever.
like,
But he would take a shotgun, and you know how in Western movies they would do it, like they would shoot at the ground, so they would make the people dance. Like he did that to
yes, yes,
her.
yes, yes.
So he would like shoot at her feet and then like make her jump and
Also, a
shit.
shotgun, the least precise weapon of all time.
That's the thing, and she would do it. Like, and she literally told me this story in a sense of, and I was happy to because look at all the shit that I got. Like, and then eventually he died over like alcoholism or whatever. And then she just was left. But then she was left with
The land, the
the
house.
land. Yeah, she had her kid, which was my grandfather, and then my grandfather married my grandma. He dies then of like kidney failure. So she like essentially buried
So
two
are you saying that
kids.
there's alcoholism running in your family?
No, it's funny because it's on both sides, so I'm
Yeah, yeah,
fucked
yeah.
either way.
Yeah, no,
Um,
you're at
but
least you're
yeah, so
functional.
she buried two kids, and she's had like a horrendous life. But everyone like when you hear stories about her, she was like, and and everyone tells me I look like her, and she had
That's
enormous boobs.
amazing.
Yeah, and they would always be like, and she was the hottest piece of ass to walk because she had like a big butt and stuff, and she would walk around and everyone would be like, "Oh, he beat it." Like
Yeah.
and I'm so like, oh, I love her. When it comes to that, when it comes to the women on the side of my dad's family, I am so like mesmerized. I
Yeah.
love them. When it comes to the men,
I
oh,
love all of my like my mom's side of the family absolutely love them, and I cannot wait to see them. It's probably I like them more because I've had less exposure to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of shit, but like my father's side has much more stories.
Yeah.
So they like to get a little bit turned
Yeah, I
and
don't know that.
have the little bit of stories. My from my mother's side, it's much more like more parent stories. Both me and my uncle have caused many stirs in hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
When I was born, I was the loudest baby in the hospital.
No.
I know.
You.
You know how the babies are separated so far away that the moms shouldn't be able to hear them? My mom heard me. My mom heard me, and they said like I'm gonna be an opera singer. And my uncle, when he lost his leg in the war, he so it's done. You know, he's not feeling any pain in the leg
Yeah.
anymore, and he's been there for probably months. Whitney Houston comes out with her cover of "I Will Always Love You."
Uh-huh.
He starts singing it. All the hospital comes to be like, "What's wrong with him?"
Oh. I thought it would be a sad story of like he wanted to dance.
No,
Or some shit, you know.
He was just like, "Ah." And everyone was like, "What the fuck? Is he dying?"
It's so funny when you, because okay, so my dad's friend was talking about this because he like lost a leg in war too, and it's funny the way he talks about it. It's like you forget that it's not there. So for the longest time, he would
Oh,
just
phantom pains,
yeah,
phantom.
and he would just like no, but he would like jump off a chair and then just crumble down to the floor
Oh,
because he
okay.
just like you
He
forget.
doesn't. Mine doesn't talk about it a lot, but what I will always respect about our like country
Hmm.
and about our older people, the worst people, nothing happened to them.
Yes.
The most like fuck. So of course we are Bosnians, and we Bosnian like the Bosnian people have history with Croats and Serbs.
Yeah, we got fucked.
Yeah. So like Croat. So like some people will be like fuck Croats and Serbs. They're totally fine.
Yeah.
The people that I know that don't have a leg, an arm, and anything. One time, my sister was dating a Macedonian dude. Broke up
Mhm.
with him. Thank God. Not because he's Macedonian. When she told me that she dated a Macedonian dude, I was like, fucking thank God. I
Yeah.
love Macedonian people.
Yeah.
And
But he was like,
he was just boring.
oh.
And I told it to my uncle, like who lost a leg during the war, and I was
Mm.
like, and they were like, "Oh, she's dating a Macedonian." I was like, "Oh, thank God, I love Macedonian people."
Mhm.
They're like, "Who don't you like?"
Yeah.
Being like,
Don't you dare say you don't like a certain. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
that's the thing.
you
People who.
lost a leg, and
Yeah.
you're being this open and this
And then there's
understanding.
jackasses our age who have never seen a gun in their life being like, fuck the Serbs or fuck the this. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Who
There's
the fuck are you? You've
yeah.
seen that. You know why though? I feel like, and Mirella talked about this.
Hmm. Our
Luna
therapist slash landlord.
slash mother, my personal. But we were talking about like war stuff, and she said the only reason why people here handle it, I mean, as well as they do, because what genuine, like when you look at like shell shock and like genuine PTSD that people have from war, like in America, they're gonna go shoot up a school or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We don't have a lot of that, and she said the reason
We
why
just have a lot
because
of crazy talk.
yeah, but the reason why is that a the family unit is still pretty strong here,
Hmm.
so you have that support from your family, and also because we handle shit with humor. We will tell
Oh
stories about
yes.
war and laugh our fucking asses off.
That's why I love the comic book Persepolis that I'm gonna borrow to you.
Hmm.
That's not like a Batman thing.
Yeah.
It's a autobiography of a girl get it being raised in Iran
Hmm.
during the like start of the, and then it's like everybody should wear a hijab and shit like that.
Yeah.
And her parents would host underground parties,
Hmm.
and she was like, "Why do we risk our lives just to dance?" And her dad was like, "Because when we dance, we know we're still alive." And that's the stories of war that I love. I will
Yeah.
not never watch a war
But
movie.
it's the same with people who are like who actually have been hurt, like you said, like they had their fucking leg blown. They will always have a story of this guy was a Croat or a Serb, and this man helped him.
Yeah,
And it's
always
like,
will.
and there's oh, in you have to
Either
show by
that or
example of not everyone is the same for
yeah,
a lot of people to understand it,
yeah,
especially when it's something as big as this,
yeah.
as big as like war.
Or they don't talk about it.
Hmm.
So younger, I wasn't. I didn't know. I don't know so much about this war
Yeah,
that we've been through, and I'm so glad that
yeah,
I wasn't like from a young age being like
indoctrinated.
because even with my family being open and being like we don't care if you're a Croat or a Serb.
Yeah.
Like our neighbors in Prijedor are Serbs,
Yeah.
Croats, not sure.
Yeah.
But like they would bring us
Like same thing. Get it?
they would bring us Easter like eggs and shit like
Mhm.
that because they celebrate Easter.
Yeah.
We're like, thank you. And then on Biden we would give them, it's
Yeah.
just a thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a thing of like they're different from us. I was
No.
like, oh, they celebrate Easter. That's just a thing.
My uncle's wife is like Croatian.
Oh, fun.
Like my mom's brother.
Okay.
Uncle. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So no, I never grew up with that, and then coming to high school and seeing people use derogatory terms for all of these countries, and I was just like, what the fuck? You're
People talking about
yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyways, The Exorcist.
Jesus Christ, we really went off the
No,
tangent.
let's do our mothers.
I love that this is supposed to be an episode where this is my thing and I'm going to talk about it. It's like,
I talked a lot about The Exorcist.
okay.
Let's just say I talked a lot about what I love about The Exorcist. It's a movie. Not a lot of things happen in the movie.
Yeah, it's just getting out of the. Well, I mean,
I love The
that's it
Exorcist.
set a precedent for so many other movies. That
So
came
many
after.
other movies, but not a movie topped it in what it did.
Yeah.
There is not a movie about like possession that is better than The
Mhm.
Exorcist.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Single one.
Not a single one.
Okay, so who's your mother of the week?
Should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Batman.
Okay.
It's
So
Batman.
mother.
Batman is so mother. I'm reading Batman comics. I'm in a real Batman mood.
Yeah.
So I watched a lot of Batman media,
Okay.
and I love Batman.
Batman.
I love him.
So mother.
He is so mother. He's not mother in the like iconic way. He is a nurturing presence for Gotham.
Mm-hmm. So he's the mother of the city.
He is a mother of the city. He is her protector, and I love in Batman media when they say Gotham,
Mhm.
they always say her. So like they're
That's
protecting
yeah.
Gotham and shit like that. And no, I just read a lot of Batman shit. I read The Long Halloween, which is one of the comics that I will force you to watch. Because there are things I will never force you to understand the entirety of the Batman universe.
Because I couldn't, I'd die.
You don't want to, you couldn't, and
I mean, by the time I do, I would be at my deathbed. That's what I mean. Like it
Yeah.
would be like in
I
60
will
years.
not be like, what's your favorite Robin?
Yeah,
I will find like a thing,
yeah.
like a book that you can read without knowledge of Batman.
Okay.
And I will give it to you and be like, hey, you will enjoy this as a book.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that's what I do with you in general.
Yeah.
I find like many things from different areas,
Mm-hmm.
and you go like, oh, this was fun, this was
Yeah,
fun.
this was like the Halloween episode you showed me was great.
The Halloween episode?
Was it how? Yeah, the Batman.
Oh, almost got him.
Yeah, almost got him. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
the
that
one where
wasn't Halloween. What the fuck
it's
was
all
it?
the villains,
Why did I say Halloween?
I don't know. Maybe
Doesn't
because
matter.
I'm mentioning the Long Halloween. When I buy myself the hardcover edition of that
Mhm.
book, we will read it. We will have a book club.
I would love a book club.
Yeah.
Like a genuine, like, let's find it. Like, but it would be hard to find to be like a book club with you because I don't think we'd pick the same books.
No, you give me George Orwell, I'll give you Batman.
Sure. Then we can do it because I've read 1984 and you.
I still haven't read 1984.
No, I've read 1984 and you didn't.
I read Animal Farm.
Yeah, and I didn't, so we can like.
Yeah,
I'll read Animal Farm.
I love Animal Farm because it's what I want in media.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is a fun story for children.
But
Yeah.
that's crazy. Best fucking thing.
So what's your mother?
My mother of the week. I don't know if I
You
feel like I
mentioned
must.
that something will be mother of the week.
Yeah. So
Monkeys.
yeah. So there's a whole lore with me of trying to understand the human existence. I know you don't care, but that's not what the story is about. So I
Okay.
just want to preface it.
Humans exist and we live. Yeah,
And hey,
that's my opinion.
but I stumbled upon one time this YouTube channel. Probably you can find it. It's a thing of the Stanford professor filmed all of his lectures and put them up on YouTube. And
You watched that?
lectures, yeah,
Good
like
on you.
not all of them, but like
No,
because
but I'm not asking you like any live that. Like,
Yeah.
just like you watched that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, like,
It
good on
was
you.
on human behavior like type shit.
Mm-hmm.
On human, what's it called? On human behavior and language.
Would it be so funny if I just knew the word?
But no, but it's like human behavior, neurology, something,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was saying like
Neurology.
But what he was saying was, so everything that humans do directly correlates with nature, obviously. So
No way.
his lectures start with you have to first understand animals and animal kingdom to understand humans and their instincts and blah blah blah. So he starts off his lectures with, and what I love about it is in the beginning because he's so charismatic with it. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is great. He pulled out like two
It's
skulls.
not like a TED talk.
No, he pulls out
They're so boring.
he pulls out two skulls of random, like you just see a skull.
I think he talked to me about this.
Yeah. And he pulls out two skulls and he's like, by the end of this lecture, we'll be able to tell everything about both of these. Which species it was, what they did, how they prayed, how they hunted
Yeah.
prey, how they, whatever.
How they hint.
How they ate. So he goes on to tell a bunch of stories about animal kingdom. And what I found very fascinating was, so in animal world, it's all about persevering and having like your DNA stay on this planet for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So there's a quote with it that goes like, "I will gladly give up my life for two of my brothers or four of my cousins."
Oh Jesus Christ! I would never.
No, but that's how animals think. Is like, I have to. So what they so but that and the thing is when it
Two
comes
of
to
my
like
brothers. Yeah.
when it comes to lions and like predators and like shit like that are walking on Earth, it's usually like the males have all the power because the the strongest one will lead the pack. So the females are like, I want the DNA of that one so that he will be the strongest one. So my DNA will stay. So that's why it works where like a lion will go impregnate a lioness and then he'll just walk away. But in fish, it's different because they don't have any advantages. They're all the same size. They're everything. So what happens is, and that's why Finding Nemo happened the way it did because Nemo like he was taken care of by his dad. It's that you find like with fish, it's like the guy will come impregnate the woman. She will lay eggs, and then she'll go find another guy, and he takes care of the eggs.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, but that's not even the story. It's just
You know, in seahorses, you know who gives birth?
the male.
That.
Yeah, it's so good. Um, so they did this thing, an experiment on gorillas, and it was they filmed a scream of a tiny like a baby gorilla,
Baby gorilla. Yeah.
and they filmed it. They had it on tape. So later, like whatever, weeks and weeks go by.
Where did they find that video, Selma? Where did they
How
find
did
it?
they find? You know what's another thing I
I think
always
it's
think
probably
about?
like the baby woke up in the middle of
Fell something, you know,
Yeah.
but it's like the scream of
Yeah.
pain. They had it filmed, so what they did weeks and weeks later, they put the video recorder somewhere in a bush, and they put it in the bush, and they played it, and
Remind me
the
of the word bush
mother,
later.
huh?
Remind me of the word bush later.
and the mother, whose baby cub's voice, baby gorilla's voice it was, she is the only one who looked at the bush. Every other gorilla looked at her, like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? It's your baby in pain."
Bob, this is your son.
And I was so fascinated by that, and I'm like the sheer motherhood of her instantly going like, and everybody
Let's
around
talk
knowing,
about the animal kingdom next time.
yes, because I'm so, and it's like her looking at that and being like, oh my god, and everybody else being so aware that's your child.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do? Like like
Nobody
such a
was like,
community.
who?
Yeah, nobody was, and everyone was like, "What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Go? It's your kid."
Yep.
And she went, and it's such a like, wow, chills on my spine. So
Yeah.
that's my mother of the week, just her.
Okay.
That's
I want to mention Rudy, regular size Rudy from Bob's Burgers, when he hid behind a bush and he went, and I'm Kate Bush. And I think with that we're gonna end this. I think probably really long episode. I hope my voice sounds okay.
Oh, it's not.
Hour and a
Look
half.
at us.
Cool. No, because I got really excited. I
Mhm.
talk. I think I talk faster than you.
Okay.
Because I was really like, oh my
Yeah,
god, The
yeah.
Exorcist.
Yeah.
I just hope my voice sounds normal because last time I was really quiet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to see what's up with these microphones.
Yeah, because they're not.
Anyways.
It's anyways. Bye.
Bye bye.
Love you.